Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on day 19 of our Creep on June series. And even though I'm not using the numbers in the makes anymore, I'm continuing to cut them off of here because it's helping me when I get confused and I'm like, oh my gosh, what day are we on? I look at this and know that 20 is the next day that I need to be filming. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I'm giggling because Fluffy Bum's in the chair behind me and she's got her leg all stretched out because she's just too cute, you know, for anything. And so she's, I don't know, she'll probably end up jumping up here. Today's make, I think, is going to be a excuse me, a relatively simple make. I have this picture. These colors match beautifully to this page, and I have here covering my Poe-ish word search, and this also matches beautifully. I'm going to need a home for it. So while we are, I don't really want to do anything. I'm going to leave it upside down, but I did use a highlighter on my word search. So it's showing through, but it's not so much that it's like totally bleeding. But I'm just going to get rid of the white space back here, ink it, stencil it, whatever, and then I will tuck it in here. I still have the words. We still have today and tomorrow for the words, but I need to have a home for some of these puzzles, and we haven't done that yet. So having said that, let's just cut this out. I hope everybody's doing well. I am going to film 19 today. For reference, today is Monday, I don't know what day it is. The 16th. I've got to film ahead. I have to do hashtag ABCJLC for Wednesday. We're on letter M. I am very behind on watching everybody's L makes, and I just watched a couple today and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to do M. I can't keep up with watching Creep on June makes even. I'm just feeling very behind. So I'm hoping by this weekend to be able to get caught up on some of the videos. So I will reiterate that in Wednesday's video because I realize not all of you watch the my printer was having issues with this design. It's not, or something. I've got lines outside the lines here. It's okay. But anyway, so that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now. I've got my third load of laundry in. It's trash day. It's clean out the refrigerator day. It's film a whole bunch of videos day. It's okay. And I just gotta keep up with life too. I can't just creep on June all day, every day. Yesterday, we went over to the barn and worked. There's some like trash trees on the back of the property. And so it was Father's Day, and I was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay here and do some stuff outside here? Do you want to not do anything? Do you want to go to the barn? So we opted to go over to the barn for just a little bit, and we got half of the trash trees cut down and put on the fire pile, but they've got to dry out. Like, we can't burn them right now. They're too green. They'll just smoke and be so disgusting. Okay. All right, so I've got that cut out. I'm not going to do a whole lot to this page. I love this window, so I do want to do a little bit here. Actually, I don't know that I do. What I want to do is pick out some of our words that we've done. And maybe we'll just put a word or something on here. Oh, you know what? There is that ledger in the ephemera, off the ephemera page. Oh my gosh. It literally took me that long to get that word to come to my mouth. So I want the ledger. Been trying. Ooh, I almost dumped this everywhere. I did not have it snapped closed. That would have been bad. I was going to use some of those words, but I don't really have to. We have this. But I think what I want to do is, of course, I want to heat emboss this because, hi, we want it to stand out. And he's in the study. What is our phrase? While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. Is that from The Raven? That sounds really familiar. I have a Poe book actually sitting on my desk right there. Have I opened it while we're in the midst of all this? No, I have not. I did choose not to tear it apart. My friend found me a Poe book, but it has not arrived in the mail yet. So I will be adding some Poe stuff to this later, like probably in the last week of a creep as we finish up the journal and stuff, just to add some like interest and some poems, because I'm not going to take my book apart. I'll show you. I mean, it's nothing super special, but it is a complete tales, Edgar Allan Poe, Complete Tales and Poems. And this is something I picked up, I don't even know where. This is a 2002 print, so it's nothing like super new or spectacular, but they're all here. And I'm like, I should probably sit down and read some of these. I would probably really enjoy them. So if you are a Poe fanatic or a Poe fan, do tell me what your favorite tale or poem is that was put out by Poe. So we have, I mean, a lot in here. It's a big book. See, it's got all of these. Like a lot. I didn't even think I knew that he had this many, actually. How to write a Blackwood article. I mean, hi. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not going to take that apart. As you can see, it's a big book. I was going to look and see how many pages. It's not in great shape. I mean, it's got like speckles and splatters and stuff on the side. If I were to have found a nicer book, I would be willing to take it apart. Yeah, it's 842 pages. But as it stands, I'm not taking it apart right now. So there's that. Okay, I want to ink around the tag. I think I am going to cut this tag shape. So what I'm doing is just lining it up on the side and the top, just so that angle will match. Ish, if I can cut it straight. I'm kind of shaky today. Do the same thing on this side. Ish. Hope I didn't cut the window. I did not. Yay, look at that. So now that fits on there. Looks like it belongs. We have this. He's nodding. It's rapping at the chamber door. I actually think I could just back this with something. Yeah, I think I could just back that with something and then just use this as our piece for today. I can cut these off and have them for another day. I will back this to stabilize it, and then that will just make a perfect tuck. Well, just pretend that you can see, you know, for our puzzle on a page. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut off these edges, ink around it, back it. I'm just going to back it with some glue book pages. Allow that to dry. And then once that is dry, we can pop it on a page for our tuck spot. And boom, we have day, whatever day we're on, done. 19. Super simple make. And you know, I think that it is important in the midst of creating every single day, which I truly am. You know, I had said in one video, like somebody made a comment that I was not enjoying myself. And that was not true. And then somebody else said, well, it isn't that you're not enjoying yourself. It's that you feel rushed. And I said, okay, there's a lot to be said for that. I do not disagree with that. And the reason is because I am rushed half the time. I mean, oh, look at that. That almost looks like a tomb, like a mausoleum. Look at that. Okay, now we've got another piece of ephemera we can use. But anyway, there is a lot to be said for that comment, because I do have a lot going on in life right now. And so sometimes it does get a little bit difficult to film every single day. Try to stay ahead of filming. I've done well so far, this being day 19. Oh my gosh. And I've been able to stay on track with the daily makes. It's hard because some days, I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Today, I've got my third load of laundry in the wash. I am really tired from the work that we did yesterday, and I don't have much focus. And so on days like this, it does get difficult to stay on track, do, that's the other side of that picture. So in context of that, like, oh, they're walking on a street somewhere, but with it just like this looks like a mausoleum. So I think we're going to make a tag out of that. But anyway, so yeah, and I know I'm not the only one. I have heard other people say, you know, I don't know how the people who are doing it daily are doing it. And it is by sheer force of will, let me tell you. So some of the makes aren't super difficult. They may not be anything new to you, but hopefully sometimes the more simple makes can be just a reminder to you of things that you can do. I know sometimes I see things and I'm like, I totally forgot about, I knew how to do that. You know what I mean? So I do think in context of that, sometimes it's nice just to have those reminders. And you're probably not going to have any reminders in today's because I'm not doing anything super spectacular yet. Okay, while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and glue my focal image on here. We're going to back this with something. Then what is going to happen is I'm going to let this piece totally dry and assess if I want to do any stitching on it. Oh, you know what? I just did that. And how cool would that be with like some, see, look, the ideas come even when I'm tired. Maybe like clear embossed script across there because he's in the library. I don't have white embossing powder. I like, even if I do that down a little bit lower, we need black. Is that big enough? Yeah. That'll work. Okay. See, I don't even know if I finished my sentence. It's okay. So anyway, moral of the story is, yes, I do agree that sometimes I do feel rushed when I'm filming because my gotta-do list is like literally never ending around here. And I'm not complaining. I am very blessed with life. And I'm very fortunate that I have Mark, and he and I work very well together. And so, you know, our lives are busy with just stuff and things. And for like this week, we're trying to film ahead. That is a lot more pressure for the daily makes because I'm like, okay, I have to do videos through a particular day to ensure that I have enough content for you guys for a particular reason that I won't be able to film. And so it's just things like that, you know, and it's fine. Ooh, I almost didn't make that big enough. But if I just trim that off a little bit, or, oh, we could make this a little journaling card if it would fit in there. That would be kind of cute. Let's do it. Okay, so I want to just barely ink around the 3 edges of this. I don't know that I will stitch. I need to back that ledger with something though. It is going to be too flimsy as a little card in that pocket without trimming it. I mean, without backing it. Okay, so that is all drying. I'm just looking in the scrap bin here, which is completely out of control because these are all the little bits and pieces that I have kept from this particular make. Ooh, look at that. That's the piece off of the werewolf page we were working on in yesterday's video. So I think I'm just going to use that to back my book, because it is the Nevermore ledger, right? So this could just be a little nugget of what is in the ledger. I feel like, yeah, that's the top. That's funny. Okay, so when that dries, we'll just cut that out as well. So that is basically going to be the basis for our make today. I'm going to go eat lunch, let this dry, then we will find a home for it, a page for it. I wanted to do something with the back of my puzzle. I do want to back this. I like this for a tag. So I'm trying to think what I have that I would want to use for that. And I'll figure that out. Oh, you know what? That's actually light enough. We could write over that. Even if there's some text here, I don't think that's gonna matter. If I just push this all the way to that edge, yep, we're gonna do it. And then that can dry as well during lunch. So Mark is not here. I packed his lunch for him, so I'm just gonna go down and see what's quick and easy. So it's leftover day, clean out the refrigerator day. Does anybody do that? Like when it's trash day, you just make it leftover day so you can like clean out what needs to be taken care of. I always think that's such a great system for us, like when we do it and we stick with it. You know what? I'm just gonna go all the way up. You may not be able to see. I'm trying to see so I can line this up. It's straight enough. It may not be totally straight, but it's straight enough. And then we have an interesting piece that we can put in our in a pocket. And even if I don't like this, once we cut it down, I could even put a piece of trim or something there and cover those words. But I'll let it dry first and see. And we even could do something with that. I don't know. Okay, so these are all gonna dry. I'll come back. Okay, it's after lunch and I've got it cut out. It's on a page. My po-ish is put in here, folded in half. That's where it's going to go. I'm not going to pull it out because you know why I'm not gonna pull it out. There's no giving away answers here. But I did get the back inked and stenciled, but again, I'm not going to show it to you too closely because you might see answers. So that's going to go in that page. And then in this pocket back here is the monster search, which I'm also not going to pull out and show you. Oh, I showed an answer. You aren't allowed to look. And you should be done with that one anyway if you're following along. But, okay, having said that, I don't know yet. I need to cover that white with something. I totally forgot about that. Oh my gosh, more sirens. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he's going the other way. That's scary. Okay, so I'm going to say that that's it for this video. I do have this. I really like this. This needs to be covered, but look, we've got morbid down here. Not being morbid, I think in Creep, we are kind of being morbid. It's a little fun. And I have a couple more fun pieces that hopefully you guys will see the humor in them and not kind of how morbid they are, but they're going to be fun. I just have to get them made. So I'm going to call that good for this video because we're about 20 minutes in and I've found a home for 2 of the puzzles. Keeping in mind, we still have the final word search puzzle, which, oh my gosh, what did I do with the rest of the words? Okay. Oh, I need to pull them out anyway. So today and tomorrow we'll finish up that po-ish word search. Then we'll be done with that. And then the last word search is Words of Spook. So if you don't have that one printed, I will start giving those words out on the 21st video. I also need to find a home for the answer pages. And we have here, I'm just looking to see. So I have the Dracula and Dragons drafts. I'm not sure what this game is, so I need to look it up. I haven't done anything with it, obviously. I'm not sure what it is, and I love the design of this, and these pieces are so much fun. I just don't know what this game is. If it's a play on checkers or a play on chess, I'm not sure, so I have to look that up. So obviously I'm not doing that right now. I will save that one until I'm through filming ahead what I need to get through. That way I'm not spinning my wheels. Okay, so Words of Spook, we will start on the 21st. I already said that. We also have these 3 mazes that need a home in the journal. And I will not work on these on screen with you guys, because if I work through the mazes, then I show you the answer if I'm doing it on screen. So at the end of the month, these will have homes in the journal, and I just will not be pulling them out necessarily and showing you where those are, because maybe you haven't gotten to them yet. So have you done the mazes? I'd be curious to know. There's 3 of them, and I love these. I have to really sit and think about it, and usually I'll do these in pencils because I never get it right the first time, ever. We have the bonus, what iconic image is missing from Poe's office? So this is the what's different. And where is my word for that? I think I cut it up. I think I used the Curious Mess of Mr. Poe. The great Edgar Allan Poe's study is a tangle of forgotten relics, spilled ink, and ghostly shadows, but something isn't quite right. Find all the hidden differences between the 2 versions of his chaotic office before the candle burns out. A fabulous fun spot the difference is on the next page. So these directions go with this page. So have you completed your find the difference? I have to do that as well. Again, I will not do this on camera because I don't want to show you. What I think I may do though, how fun would this be? Like if we do this as kind of like a pocket, of course it's going to have to flip because it's wider than our pages. I don't want to print it again. I could print it shrunken down, but I'm not going to reprint this. But like use one as the pocket and the other one is the answer, or we could put them both in there. I'm not sure yet. But I want to keep this together because it goes with it. And we have the Nevermore Cipher. This is another piece that I will not do with you on camera because I don't want to give the answers away. I will, however, ooh, how big is that? That is such a fun piece. Let's measure it. Then we'll do our words, and then this will be the end of the video. I'm just trying to like, I want you to know that I haven't forgotten about the rest of the, so that is like right at 5.5. So this is spectacular because this actually will fit on one of those craft paper pages or the cardstock signature covers. There'll be room for this at 5.5 inches with no problem. So what I want to figure out how to do is, excuse me, you're supposed to place the small wheel onto the large wheel and secure it with a split pin. So this is going to be kind of fragile, I think, as far as actual working pieces in the journal, but I think it would be a lot of fun, and we want to definitely build it so we can do that in a video together, not this one. But what I think I will go ahead and do is back these on just some cardstock, so that way we will be able to build it. And maybe what I'll do is, maybe you don't know how to use this, so maybe I'll tell you how to use it. Should we just do that? Maybe. No. We'll do this in another video, but maybe I will go ahead and glue it and let it dry and then come back to it. Okay, so today's words, today is the 19th. We need 2 words. I need to be using these in my makes. I have all these little words floating around my desk. And I haven't been using them. So already? Oh my gosh. Okay, we need 2 words today. Sorry, an email popped up and totally distracted me because I'm in a million different places today. So what do we have? Lenore and madness. So our 2 words for today are Lenore and madness. And then of course, by default, you're going to know what the last 2 words are if you're keeping up. But to stay on track, I think I said this when we finished the monster search as well, to stay on track with the layout of the words per day to get through the month, I'm not going to give you them. So Lenore and madness, go catch up your po-ish because tomorrow's the last day for that one. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for all the grace and the wonderful kind comments, the feedback. Again, I cannot thank you enough. The growth of my channel. I will get all sappy and I don't have time for that, but I just want to say thank you. So I will see you guys in day 20. Yes, day 20. And so, thanks. Bye. Oh, please remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.